Look what the cat dragged back. Yeah. This old thing. Hey? This old thing. If you follow my channel, I think you've seen this. Yeah, you have. Hey, remember this old thing? This old 339? Except it's gone away and come back modified. Hey? It's gone away and come back modified with one of these things. Now, if you ask me, that looks ridiculous on this guitar. This looks ridiculous on this guitar. It looks like an afterthought. Looks like some shred metal silliness on this guitar. And quite frankly, if you're installing a trem bar on one of these guitars, I just think you got the wrong guitar. I just think you got the wrong guitar. Oh boy. Anyway, let's get this fucking thing off here. Yeah, my mate Richard sold this or traded it or something, and then he traded back for it and it came back with this, and neither one of us liked this thing. It doesn't actually work very well. It's not nowhere near as good as a Bigsby. If you're going to put a trem system on a guitar like this, it should be a Bigsby. Not this pile of shit. Right, Tatum?
Right.
So we're going to take it off. We're going to take this piece of shit off this guitar, but first let's hear it. Okay, here's what I don't like about this unit. Look at all that play. It's not doing anything, not moving back and forth. But look at all that play in the unit. And I can't find anywhere to adjust that. So, as you can see, this whole front part moves back and forth. See? And that's your spring tension there. Yeah, this is bullshit. There. Yeah, this, see? I would expect that to be tight. I'd expect there to be no play in that at all. But maybe there's an adjustment for that. I don't know. Anyway, for my money and for what these things apparently cost, which is over $300, I'd way rather have a Bigsby. Right? Like, people moan because, oh, I gotta drill holes with the Bigsby. No, you don't. You just gotta get an adapter plate. And then it fits right in your stock location holes. And away you go. Anyway, yeah, we're taking this piece of shit off. Putting it back to stock. Because Stetsbar, like the maker, the manufacturer, seem to have their own YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And
they're well known. I mean, it's...
I have heard of this name, but I have honestly never seen this. And this style, like, aesthetically looks wrong on this guitar, and it's probably because I'm so used to seeing, like, if a guitar like this was going to have something, that it would have a Bigsby on it. But this looks, doesn't this look like it belongs on a metal guitar, like on a speed metal, like
an RGX?
Yeah, like a shred metal guitar, right? Yeah. That's what it looks like it belongs on.
Maybe.
It's cool looking, but it doesn't aesthetically doesn't work on this guitar.
Especially not on a 339, it's smaller frame. I find it, if it was a 335, maybe, but for me, I'd rather have the original pieces. You know, I'm not really a huge trem guy, and it came with it, so, you know, that's fine. I'll sell it and make some money on
Exactly.
it. And that's it. I have the original pieces. So,
Exactly. But this does look like it's easy to load. Oh, these are totally coated strings these put on here, right?
Yeah, they're good strings.
Do you want to reuse these?
No,
Or do you want to put new ones on there?
Put new ones on.
These look brand new. These look like they haven't been used at all.
Keep them then.
Well, no, I'm not going to keep them. I'm just saying it seems a shame to toss them out. Although, no, that should be the same location point. Yeah, it should be. Whatever. Anyway, yeah, these are totally coated. I wonder if these are elixirs.
They might be. Exactly.
But you're also speaking to a limited audience, too. Like, the people who want this guitar probably don't want a trem system on their guitar.
Probably not.
Right? Like, people who would want something like this. Now, how does this fucking thing come off? Does this whole just works come off? Is that how this...
No. I hope so.
Oh, yeah.
It's supposed to be non-evasive and not damaging to any of your guitars.
Well, it doesn't look like it's...
So, that's the nice thing about it.
Oh my god, it's loose as fuck.
Really, eh?
Yeah.
It's
But the
usually
action, like this
original
guitar was playing well, I'll say that. This
It
guitar
was.
was playing properly, like the action and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So as far as the measurements, like how this thing, like where it's located, it's perfect.
Oh, I totally agree.
It seemed to, wow, that couldn't be easier to take on and off, eh?
Yeah, it's like a little polish and there you go.
Well, not even. It hasn't even harmed it one bit.
Oh, there you go.
That's lucky. That's nice. That's a point in its favor.
Yeah.
So yeah, with this couldn't be more simple. Just fucking
Like it's designed well from that perspective.
just put
you
your
know,
old
swap
shit
out.
back on here.
Yeah. It's just not for me. Not on this guitar.
Oh, but he chooched your old bolts a little bit.
Did he?
A little bit.
The bolts they're a little bit what?
You can see where he grabbed him. Must have tried to grab him with a like a probably set of vice
the
grips or some
guitar's
shit.
not brand new anyway. As long
Well,
as
I'm just gonna hide this inside so that
Yeah.
these little thin wheels just.
I'm not too fussy on that as long as she's playing well. and it
Yeah,
looks
it's gonna be
okay.
fine. Oh man. Do the
Does it like turn back or?
It worked too well. Okay. So. Have to work out.
Is the height like the same? Or?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm trying to. That's what I'm gonna try and work out right now.
Stuff I would never risk doing.
Oh yeah, no,
God,
this
it's in your hands.
no, this is not. This is no big deal. How did they help us? Right, so that's all we're trying to do.
Yeah.
We're just trying to work out where that's gonna line up, and I'm just gonna see how far away. Oh, that can come down quite a lot. Okay, so we're in the ballpark.
Yeah.
So that can,
As long as she's not buzzing, I'm good.
No, it's not gonna buzz. It's not gonna buzz, not at all.
It's pickup closeness. That's what you're checking.
No, where the strings are gonna run, right? So all I'm trying to do is just say, for example, just take this. I'm gonna run it through and see where that sort of lines up.
Yeah.
See if I pull that tight.
Yeah.
Just kind of, because then now I can dial it down from here, right? Like I can see just from now. We just need to leave ourselves enough room so that at least this comes right up to the tippy top of that,
Yeah.
just for strength. So it's not, you know what it looks like it is? It
Color
looks,
there, right?
yeah, like where it's discolored.
That's
That
where it
looks
was
about
originally.
probably where it was. Yeah, exactly, originally.
Which makes sense.
So it's just confirmed my measurements. So that should be enough there. And whatever. So here's another thing that will, so then for this, I can just take this and see how it's gonna line up over here. And see that that's not gonna touch. So that's good. That's pretty good where it is.
You just don't want to touch in the back part of it, right? That's
Yeah, this
yeah.
back leading edge.
Yeah.
No, because if it's rubbing there, that's where you're gonna break small strings, and you're gonna get weird noises and weird rattles. And so there's a quick way to check even before I string this up. I just run a string through there and see where it's gonna break. And just pull it tight. Yeah, it's gonna be fine there.
Great.
Both line up perfect. Okay, sweet. That couldn't that couldn't have worked out any easier from the first try. If I normally I have to try all that shit 1,000 times to get all that stuff to line up properly, but that seems to have lined up first. It just looks right this way.
Yeah, it
Didn't
does.
look right with that thing. Looked like it belonged on a shred metal guitar. And
Now I want to ask you a question. Is that normal that there's a little gap? Is that okay?
yes, that's what I was checking.
Okay.
That's where I would dial the height of those into. Remember, that's what I was just checking that.
Cool.
Remember with the last Les Paul we had? Remember I showed you that was breaking over the back?
Yeah.
So if you have that problem, you raise or lower this. You
Okay.
still want as much break angle this way as possible without touching that. So it's
Perfect.
got to be just sort of a whisker over top of that. And I'll adjust this again once I get it strung up with tension. Right now it's just rough.
Perfect. I think the hardest part is done. It's just
Yeah, that's it. That's
clean up now.
the hardest part.
Yeah, cool. The magic stuff.
The magic stuff, the magic boat polish. No, this goes way faster than that last affair that we did with. What were we doing that to? What the hell guitar did we just have down here together?
Is that the Strat?
Was it-
Oh, it was the Ebony.
No, it was the Epiphone. It's my Epiphone. It's
Right,
my blue Epiphone.
Which
that,
is awesome. I
that
tell
you owned for one day.
Literally. One day.
You
I told you it wouldn't take long.
Hey, one day I'm like, yeah, a couple weeks, a month, you'll be sick of that one day.
The only reason you have it is because this
Because you
thing
got this one back?
was offered to me and I needed your
Like, good
Strat.
timing, eh?
I needed your Strat to do the deal. That was the only reason.
Yeah, you were a bit worried that he was going to give you grief about that black one, eh?
It worked out. It worked out.
So he was happy to
liked
see
the
it?
Tone. Yeah, he liked it.
Oh, he played it? Yeah.
Played it for about 10 minutes.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
so you said he was a bit of a, had to look at everything
Meticulous
up and down.
guy. If it wasn't going to sound right, it wasn't going to happen.
So was that his thing, or did he spend a long time just looking at it visually?
He visually looked at it for about 3 minutes and then played it for a while.
And then just played it and went
Yeah,
through
and
the
he's
tones?
like, okay, sounds good to me.
Yeah.
He actually really digs what you did. You know, you put the coil. The
Oh, yeah, the
dummy
dummy coil, yeah.
and it still retained the Tex-Mex tone.
Totally.
You know, totally. So it was awesome. He was super happy with that.
And you know what? It allows him to do whatever the fuck he wants. Plus, he doesn't have any kids. So
Yeah,
it's...
that adds $100,000 to your disposal.
Oh my goodness. You know, I remember before we had kids thinking to myself, like, is it expensive to have kids? And you know what? Like, when they're babies, no, they're not expensive at all. When they're little babies, having little babies around, is not an expensive thing. What's expensive is when they start to become little human beings. That's when they become expensive, when they start thinking for themselves.
Yeah.
Hey, like grocery bill fucking triples.
It's true.
Shit that they need for school and just stuff
They
they
need to have this.
want.
Everyone's got one of these. You know.
And our kids, like, we're not millionaires, but our kids are not like, they are not without a lot of stuff that they want. We are definitely guilty of giving them, you know, a lot of stuff that.
Yeah, we don't. My kids don't go without either. That's for sure.
Well, I think our generation, I think guys of our generation are probably grew up with, you know, in families where you didn't get everything you wanted, right? You got like 1% of the stuff that you wanted and or needed.
Yeah, and when you got it,
You were thankful
you
for
were
it.
very thankful to have it.
And you took care of it,
Yeah.
and you fucking coveted it, and it's like, I'm always on my kids about, like, why don't you take care of that? Why do you disregard this, that, or the other? You don't take care of your stuff. And you know why? We're to blame. We're to blame for the reason that they treat this, because we give them too much crap.
Disposable. Yeah.
You gotta get the tone polish onto it.
There's no need to rub some Gibson tone in this one because she's.
But we're using the Gibson.
Nice.
This is good polish. I will say that. This is pretty fantastic polish.
Yeah, it looks nice.
It does do a really good job. As much as I joke about it, it's actually really nice guitar polish. It does a really good job. Yeah, that's starting to come out a bit better. This is the only one that you've
ever bought back again.
That you've ever bought back again.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
There's a bit of tension.
Touching on the neck.
And then let's see where she sits. Let's see how far down we need to come. Okay, there's a little bit of tension. Just see how you think you like it. Come down and come up.
It's good.
Good like that?
Yeah. I wouldn't want it any higher.
Do you want it to come down a little bit?
I think once it's tuned up, it'll be okay. It could come down slightly.
Okay.
Just slightly on the little E. Just like minutely, but that's it.
So you're okay on the top end? You want to come down just a little bit here?
Yeah, just a tad. Magnetic's on the pickup, so.
Okay.
I think that's
see
great.
how you like that.
All right.
That feels good to me. All right. Awesome. Okay, let's cut those string tops off, and then basically you just gotta tune it, right?
Yeah.
Pretty fun.
I like that look way better.
Oh, doesn't that look so much
It's
better?
so much nicer. Totally.
We'll get a little lick for the end of the video. Oh. Oh, that guitar sounds good.